I want to welcome Mark Packer. He is going to be teaching the World of Middlemarch, which starts on April 6th. We were scheduled to have Mark teach this course pre-COVID, and we're delighted that he is available to now teach it a couple of years later. You're going to love his scholarly approach to Middlemarch, and his love of this book will show through in his course with you. Welcome, Mark.
Hi, my name is Mark Packer, and I'd like to invite you to join with me in an examination of one of the greatest works of world literature, Middlemarch, by George Eliot. By the way, his real name was Marianne Evans. This book was first published 150 years ago in 1872, and there's still 15 editions of it available now in print or in a Kindle format. Virginia Woolf called it the only novel in English written for adults. It is a cathedral of words, it's been called. In recent years, a staff writer for the New Yorker magazine wrote a whole book called My Life in Middlemarch, on her being inspired as a young person by the book. The major themes, I would say, are first, quest for a vocation that one could devote oneself to with all your heart and soul. And the second, the challenge of living day to day, year after year, in a social environment full of frustrations, disappointments, and broken aspirations. Here are two quotes from the 5,000 words I lovingly picked out to have them at my fingertips forever, which I hope illustrate these themes and the magnificence of the writing. First quote: "For in the multitude of middle-aged men who go about their vocations in a daily course determined for them much in the same way as the tie of their cravats, there is always a good number who once meant to shape their own deeds and alter the world a little. The story of their coming to be shapen after the average and to be packed by the gross is hardly ever told, even in their consciousness. Or perhaps their ardor in generous, unpaid toil cooled as imperceptibly as the ardor of other youthful loves, till one day their earlier self walked like a ghost in its own house and made the new furniture ghastly." Think about that. And the second quote: "It had taken long for her to come to that question, and there was light piercing into the room. She opened her curtains and looked out towards the bit of road that lay in view, with fields beyond, outside the entrance gates. On the road there was a man with a bundle on his back and a woman carrying her baby. In the field she could see figures moving, perhaps the shepherd with his dog. Far off in the bending sky was the pearly light, and she felt the largeness of the world and the manifold wakings of men to labor and endurance. She was a part of that involuntary, palpitating life, and could neither look out on it from her luxurious shelter, the mere spectator, nor hide her eyes in selfish complaining. With these as the enticements, I hope you will sign up to engage with me in this expedition into the heart. Thank you.